Don't forget, both of my parents were born in EU sectors, okay? I mean, my mother was Scotland, my father was Germany.
My father's from Germany. Both of my parents are from the EU.
With the cameras live and more than 1.6 million people watching every moment, the conversation took an unexpected turn when Trump looked directly at the man, pointed to his country, and confidently claimed that his father had been born there, instantly creating one of the most surprising moments of the entire exchange.
Trump's just tacked on a random lie because, why not? When he was talking about German Chancellor Angela Merkel.
I have great respect for Angela, and I have great respect for the country. My father is German, right? Was German, and born in a very wonderful place in Germany.
As objectively as you can, if such a thing is possible, how have you noticed that America's different now Trump's in power? But this guy's very, very convincing. I'm still here with the brilliant John Cleese and Charlize Theron. John, so you're over here at the moment. You spend a lot of time UK, US?
Well, I work a lot in the US because they're such fans of Python. And
yeah.
It's very easy to earn good money there. And I don't have to be here in the winter, which I refuse to do. I mean, people have a bucket list, and I have one thing on my bucket list, which is that I never want to be cold again.
As objectively as you can, if such a thing is possible, how have you noticed that America's different now Trump's in power?
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
In what way, though? Like, we see it obviously here from the news.
It's completely mad.
What, on the ground there, do you feel it?
People don't want to admit how mad it is. But Eric and I were on tour, and we went on stage the night after the election. And we get out in front of 2,000 people, and they're sitting there like this. They cannot believe what's happened. And we said it's our duty to cheer you up tonight. They all roared and clapped. But it's completely mad. I mean, the guy says, 3 days ago? He says, I've sent an armada towards North Korea. And then we find 2 days later that it's actually sailing in the opposite direction. And I think that's what people say, except that the Trump supporters are still at about 38, 39%. They still think he's great.
Yeah.
But these are the stupidest people you've ever met. The one I thought was just wonderful. There was a woman on supporting him, and somebody said, what do you feel about that time when he was recorded on the bus saying, if you'll forgive me saying so, that if you're a celebrity, women expect you to grab them or grab their pussy?
Yeah.
And she said he would never have said that if he'd known he was being recorded.
My father was born in a wonderful part of Germany, very, very West Germany, and I'll never forget his favorite German saying, "Ich bin ein, forget about it."
Yes, it's true. Frederick Trump was born in a very wonderful place in Germany, New York City, in 1905.
Frederick Trump was actually born in New York City, while Fred Trump was born in the Bronx on October 11, 1905. What made this moment even more remarkable is that this wasn't the first time the claim had been challenged. Over the course of 4 different years, Trump had already been corrected face-to-face on the exact same fact. Stephen Colbert highlighted this by walking to his desk with a single sheet of paper instead of making his usual entrance. He sat down, held up Fred Trump's birth certificate, allowed the camera to zoom in, and read the details aloud, confirming the birthplace as the Bronx, New York, on October 11, 1905. Then he reached into a folder and pulled out another document featuring Trump, saying his father was German and born in a wonderful place in Germany. Moments later, he revealed yet another record from Fox News in 2020, where Trump repeated the very same statement and was corrected once again. Even after 4 separate corrections backed by official documents, Trump still repeated the same claim while sitting beside the Chancellor of Germany, pointing toward the country and insisting his father had been born there. That stood in sharp contrast to the image Trump has often presented of himself as someone with an extraordinary memory. Someone who has repeatedly said he attended Wharton and performed so well on a cognitive test that doctors were amazed. Yet the official record never changed. It always said the Bronx, New York. 4 corrections never turned that birthplace into Germany. The real story is not simply that Trump made the mistake once. The striking pattern is that he was given the correct information 4 different times, and still repeated the same incorrect claim a fifth time. That recurring pattern is exactly what we're going to break down step by step.